Warm wishes to all our viewers. I'm Manisha Gupta and we'll talk about the commodities today where the Muhurat trading is just about started. A quick check on how the non-agro commodities are trading, at least in the international markets, and you have seen commodities ease on Eurozone woes, the US dollar as well. There are no immediate aid coming in for the debt-stricken Greece, and that is something that really is bothering that space. So there you have the Brent crude on your space. In the international markets, we have seen more than 0.5% of a decline coming in for that space. Ditto is the case for the NYMEX as well, 0.5% of a cut coming in for that too. If you look at the precious metals, there has been a sharp decline coming in for them. We have seen 1740 of a level on the markets in Monday, but 1730 on your screens, 0.1% of a gain coming in the European markets there. The Indian markets, of course, are just about yet to open. Silver prices also have seen a bit of a gain coming in, 0.5% of a gain there as well. If you look at the reports from the international markets, the Eurozone and the IMF are at odds over Greece's debt, and that is something that really has taken to some profit taking, at least in the industrial commodities there. Same goes then for the copper prices. Most of the base metal prices have seen a bit of a decline. The US parties are at odds over the possible tax hike for the rich as well, and that is something that's weighing on. But then yet again, the China shares have closed near 7-week lows today. That's another thing which is weighing on. So there you have the copper prices, the first opening trades coming in on your screens, and that really is mirroring in what's happening in the international market. So 0.25% down for the MCX copper prices. If you watch on the LME, we have seen declines coming in for that one as well. So pretty clear on your screens. MCX prices have opened on slight decline for most of those base metal prices there. The Chinese economy has seen a bit of a decline. The restocking of copper is something that could be supportive for that base metal. But apart from that, 0.5% of a decline is how MCX has opened as far as the base metals are concerned. Lead, zinc, copper, aluminum, nickel, all of them have seen a decline coming in on your screens there. Let's hear out then what our experts are picking as their top picks this Diwali. Joining me on the show today are Mr. Ram Pitre, he is Head Research, ITI. Also joining us is Ranisha Chenani. She's Commodity Analyst, Capital Markets, Edelweiss Financial Services. Also joining us is Ashish Shah. He's Research Head, Sushil Finance. And also joining us is Vijay Bambani. He's author and CEO, BSPLindia.com. Vijay, hi, let's start with you first. And not surprising, really, because most of the base metal prices had seen a decline on LME in the international markets. And that's pretty much how we have opened on MCX as well. How are you looking at the Muhurat trading today?
Well, Manisha, industrial metals are likely to feel the heat of the overseas cues. What's basically cushioning the decline here in the domestic markets is the USD INR peg, which is muting the declines, but for which I think aluminium, copper, nickel, zinc would have been even more under pressure. So my guess is today industrial metals will be subdued, and due to festive and sentimental reasons, my guess is bullion might just be a relative outperformer.
All right, Ranisha, hi, welcome to the show and very happy Diwali to you as well. What's your sense coming in for the precious metals now? Because while the international markets have seen a bit of a bargain buying, ditto seems to be the case for Indian markets as well. And as Muhurat says, you have to buy a bit of a precious metal. Is that how you're playing it?
Hi Manisha, happy Diwali and happy Diwali to all the viewers. According to me, precious metals have seen a good run up in last week. So there is a consolidation and a corrective phase today, but this is good for the bullish market. I recommend to buy on the dips, and for me gold should be bought around 31,840 with this stop loss of 31,750 and target of 31,925 on the higher side. Overall, gold is supported at the 200-day moving average and 100-day moving average, which we saw touching at $1,670 last week. So that is a bottom made for a short term, and on the higher side, I expect at COMEX gold to touch $1,800 in a week or 10 days. For silver, my recommendation would be to buy above 61,200 with the stop loss of 60,800 and targets of 61,600 and 61,800, because silver along with gold is looking good in technicals. $32 is a strong support and $32.7 is resistance. So I expect this resistance to break higher, and $34 would be the next level to watch for.
All right, so buying in case of the precious metals as well. Let's get in Ram Pitre as well. Ram, hi, happy Diwali and welcome to the show. How is the live Muhurat first trades looking to you? Let's start with precious metals only. And what kind of levels are you watching out for? 12th straight year of gains coming in for gold prices. Are you entering in, or do you think we could be looking at the next Samvat also being positive, at least for gold and silver?
Yes, happy Diwali to you, Manisha, and my all viewers. I think that the way international market is behaving at the moment, if you compare with the last Diwali and this Diwali, last Diwali on international market we're at around $1,725, and now also at current market price almost $1,725 to $1,730. So on internationally, it's a flat, no return as such. But in rupee terms, we have seen a low of 27,570 last Diwali, and now we are seeing almost 31,000 plus. There is a sharp rise in rupee gold prices. That is only because of the rupee depreciation. And I think at the moment it looks like it is likely to go a little higher. But being on Muhurta trading, I suggest buy gold at around 31,750 with a stop loss of 650 for 31,940, and 32,000 might come in a spur of moment. But overall, on the short to medium term, likely to correct further, and the major rally might start at a little later date.
Well, so clear thumbs up coming in for the precious metals, and that's how the investors are putting in money as well. 0.2% of a gain coming in for the gold MCX prices there. Let's also get in then Ashish Shah. He's research head Sushil Finance. Ashish, hi, happy Diwali. What's your sense? The way people are trading into gold and silver at this point in time, what are your targets? Until the next Diwali now, what kind of an appreciation are you expecting for the precious metals?
Yeah, definitely wishing you a happy Diwali and everyone watching the show today. See, I think gold near the 32,200 levels in the immediate term should be a profit booking area for all those who have bought pre-Diwali for the festivities or just as investments. Look at exiting or booking profits in that region. Wait for a sharp dip and then re-enter. From this Diwali to next Diwali, I would suggest gold definitely remains a good investment. But if you're looking at 2 Diwalis, then I think silver would outperform gold in the next 2 or 3 Diwalis. 1745 immediately looks like a very strong target internationally. The day it closes above that, one can look at a target of 1810. I don't see anything gold going beyond $1,800 in the next 3 to 6 months.
All right, so near term 1800 could be capping, but longer term, of course, all our guests are expecting the gold prices to give you more gains or positive returns going forward. Let's also get in an exchange perspective then, and joining us is Mr. P.K. Singhal from MCX. Mr. Singhal, hi, happy Diwali to you as well. The exchange has done good volumes, and the kind of Muhurta trading that is happening right now, what kind of a participation have you seen the Muhurta trading start with, right?
Now, it is a very good participation. About 1,000 members have already logged in, and there are about 5,000 terminals which are already logged in. So we are very bullish about the volumes and all those things. And we are expecting, as you have already mentioned, in the last 5 years, every year, Diwali to Diwali, there is appreciation in the gold. Although we don't take as an exchange view on the prices, but because of volatility in the rupee dollar rate, we foresee that in the coming year also, there will be good volumes.
Mr. Singhal, one thing positive we are getting into as we get into this Diwali has been the FCRA clearance coming in from the Cabinet and the Standing Parliament Committee. By next Diwali, do you think much more to have happened to this market?
Yes, definitely. We feel that this year, definitely during this year, FCRA will be passed. And as you know, once FCRA is passed, then sky is the limit. The options will come, banks will be allowed to participate, financial institutions will come in the market. So depth of the market will also increase, as well as FMC will get lot of powers. And getting power to FMC means there will be a lot of curb on the Dabba traders. And as you know, about 3 times of the exchange volume is in the Dabba. And it will be, FMC then will be in a position to take action against those Dabba traders which are involved in the various irregularities, money laundering and cash dealings and all those things. Because as you know, dealing in exchange means the audit trail is available. So it is an income to the government also by way of various taxes as well as income tax and all those things.
Mr. Singhal, of course, that is about the FCRA and the impact that can bring about in the markets. As an exchange, as MCX, what are the new products that you could be launching in coming 1 year? What's in the pipeline really?
No, pipeline actually we cannot disclose as a business reason, but as you know, every year we give some new product for the retail investor, just like last year we gave gold petals, this year we gave gold 1 kg, silver 1 kg contract, and as you know, for the first time in India we have introduced delivery of MMTC palm silver, and as you know, in one contract is already over and there was a good participation. There was a delivery of more than 1 ton in the silver 1 kg contract. So now what we are giving till FCRs is passed. We are trying to mobilize participation of retail investors. And as you may be aware that from last Diwali to this Diwali, there is a growth of more than 70% in the authorized persons in the exchange. Okay. So that can give you a vague idea of increase in the range of commodity exchanges, especially MCX.
We have seen the non-agro commodities move quite a lot. The agro commodities also seem to be moving quite a bit. In the previous year, we have seen very strong gains come in for the pepper prices. We have seen record highs coming in for the edible oil space as well. But today, of course, a bit of a decline is how you can see in that space too. Let's take a look also at the edible oil space. We have seen 0.5% gain coming in for soy oil. The soybean prices, of course, are trading slightly on the lower side. Let's take a look at pulses as well, because we've seen record highs into that space as well. And that is one place of concern, because the international markets, of course, are trading on the higher side, and the Indian demand has been continuously up. For the agro space then, let's also get in Vandana Bharti. She's Senior Research Analyst at SMC Comtrade, and she joins us in Delhi. Vandana, hi, happy Diwali. What's your sense coming in for the agro space, which is your favorite pick now for the coming Samvat? Vandana, hi, is my voice reaching you?
Yeah, it's reaching now.
Vandana, what is your best pick now for the next
Hello.
Samvat? We've seen near record highs coming in for pulses and edible oil space in the previous year.
Actually, in agro space, what I think that spices, it has seen very range-bound movement nowadays. So it's a turn for spices, and especially I'm a little bit bullish on, especially in jeera, because in pepper and rest of the commodities we have enough of stocks present with the spot market. So it's only jeera which can see strong movement in coming days. And in winter session, in winter time, we generally see that there is a seasonal demand of spices. So yes, 10 to 15% of higher side should be expected in spices counter.
Vijay, coming to you as well, which one would yours best agro pick be in the coming year now for agro?
Well, in the coming couple of months, I would go for menta oil, because cyclically speaking, the December to February phase is a demand expansion phase for menta oil, and right now it's creeping above the 1200 mark. Should it clear the 1225 to 1240 band, I think it's likely to go significantly higher. But for the entire year itself, I would rather go with pulses, and my guess would be I would be buying chana on dips, and reasonable quantities I would buy dals should I get reasonable levels to enter, because I expect food price inflation to be led by pulses and edible oils as well.
Vandana, coming back to you, I mean, the underperformance really has come in from sugar and cotton, while we've seen good amount of gains coming in for most of those spices as well. Pulses and edible oil space has been another one which has been under concern. How are you looking at one sector vis-a-vis the other?
Actually, if we talk about acreage and all, really pulses will do good. But yes, if we talk about cotton, it all depends upon textile sector and all. So there is a sluggish demand from this textile sector. So I'm expecting a very range-bound movement in cotton. And basically, it is an international commodity. If we talk about sugar and cotton, so international movement will give direction to the Indian market. And in Indian market, in sugar, I'm expecting a little bit bearish movement to range-bound movement in coming days, because new crushing season already started, and there is a ample of stocks in the market, and we have good stocks with us. And Brazil export is very important when we talk about sugar complex. So yes, Brazil is still exporting on very lower price. So in sugar, I am little bit bearish with range-bound movement. But yes, cotton also trade in a range. But oil seeds and pulses, they can really do good in coming days, because acreage area has decreased in pulses and other pulses because only chana is listed in exchange, but other pulses, urad, tuar, moong, all they are trading at high, and it will give impact on chana prices as well. So yes, I am agree with my co-guest, and this counter may outperform other.
All right, so pulses and edible oil space, it is for you to keep investing in. Let's also listen into Dharmesh Bhatia, and Kotak Commodities believes that pulses, especially chana, will outperform for Samvat 2069. Let's listen in.
Talking about agro, I'm still bullish on pulses. I'm expecting the pulses price to outperform everything. Last year there was an outperformance of spices that is called pepper, which has given almost a 33% return annual basis. This year there could be a possibility where market will be in a range bound, but I'm expecting pulses because of international demand, and if you have seen, the acreage in Indian market has decreased consistently. So the price, if you have seen internationally and domestically, has given a big gap. So with the rupee getting depreciated, people are trying to push export as much as possible so that they can get a good fetch, they can fetch a good return. So I'm expecting around 20% return can be seen in chana for this year.
All right, so in case of the agro commodities, pulses and chanas really seems to be the top pick coming in from our experts. Just coming back to gold really, and let's listen into Bombay Bullion Association, because they believe, as our other experts also have been saying, that gold may continue to be the king in the next Samvat as well.
Because it's a depreciation of rupee 15% compared to the last year, and the twice a duty hike in a month of a Jan and a month of a March.
In rural parts, they think that gold is the best investment because they don't believe in commodities, they don't believe in stocks, they don't believe in properties. They believe gold is gold, which you can get it cash any time in 24 hours, 7 days a week.
All right, that's about gold, and everybody is really bullish onto that one. But what has really sharply declined in this year has been the crude prices. Ram, coming to you, underperformance coming in from crude, but not so much from natural gas. How are you looking at the next Samvat for energy sector now?
If you see, look at the price movement of international crude oil prices. We have seen a low of $77.28 recently and a high of 100. It's moving in the range between now 80 and 90. Looks like on the upside it is $95 is capped at the moment, and in domestic market say around 4720, 4800 on the upside looks toppish. And likely to dip down to almost 4530 or even 4400 in near future. But coming back to international gold, silver and crude, I would like to take 1 minute of you. The gold when the Obama has took over in 2008 November, gold as until November 12, it has given a return of almost 124% in 4 years, from 763 to 1,716. This is for information. Silver has given almost $10.22 to almost 31.99 recently, given a return of also 212% in Obama rule. I think the present trend looks like it is will be in a favor of gold in a near term. But in crude, actually, it has given a negative return of almost 5%. From 84.78, now it has come down to 80.61. So even a return of almost 5% in last 4 years in Obama rule. And if same thing continue from here onward, I think we'll see gold and silver will rise and crude oil prices will come down.
And let's talk about the currencies as well, where it has been a very choppy day for the Indian rupee on the Muhurat. We have seen a bit of a gain coming in on the Indian rupee there. Let's listen into Naveen Mathur from Angel on what his expectation for the rupee is in the coming year now.
I think looks to be that the markets are stabilizing. What I'm hearing is, or reading is, that the fiscal cliff issue may be averted, and if that gets sorted out, you may see a little weakness in the dollar, which may pull back the prices or say the dollar rupee towards an appreciation side. The euro also looks like to be stabilizing with the ECB and the federal, the ECB and the central banks. They're doing something about the eurozone. Overall looks to be that as this particular moment, we feel the markets would be slightly on the depreciative tone. From 55, we can see the rupee dollar at around 56 levels. But overall, on a longer period or longer horizon, the markets for the rupee dollar looks to be in a range bound toward 52 to 55 levels.
Let's also get an MD of MCX SX, Joseph Massey, on his view now on the Indian rupee, which has been very volatile. But that has, Mr. Massey, that has led to very good volumes. Next year, what is it looking like now?
On the currency market, see, the rupee has been volatile, and we all understand the fundamental concerns why it is happening so. But we believe that the government has been taking measures. They have initiated reforms to ensure that there is greater amount of foreign inflows. India continues to be a much better growth story amongst the global context, and I think investment will flow with the kind of easy policies that are being followed in developed countries. I think money will chase growth, and growth is going to be in India. So I think overall the markets will be positive. Rupee will be over the year, I think will be under lesser pressure as we see in some of the recent past.
All right, that's about the currencies, but when it's Muhura trading, you have to just keep sticking to the precious metal space. Getting from NSE or N-Spot now is Anjani Sinha, and he joins us as well. Mr. Sinha, hi, welcome. When people are trading in the spot markets, they are talking about the products that have been launched by you as well. E-gold, e-silver, what kind of participation has come in for that today?
The participation is very good. Today we have seen around 84,000 people participating in e-gold and e-silver together. And we believe that the investors who are connected with e-gold and e-silver are getting a very good return because the gold and silver has given historically very good return over a period of time. We have seen people who invested into e-gold at the time of launching in March 2010, they have earned around 87% till now. So that is a phenomenal return what the investors can expect from gold through e-gold.
All right, that's heavy participation coming in for the E-series as well. Ashish, coming to you now, and what would be your best pick now for the next Samvat that you would want to put money in?
Definitely. I'm looking at if somebody is wanting to trade in today's trading session or, from this Muhurat, I would suggest you can look at buying copper for intraday at near the dips to about 419 for a target price of 425, 427. But from a long-term perspective, it has to be gold as a portfolio investment, and about 50% of your bullion investment should be dedicated to silver from at least 3 years perspective.
Renisha, your final comments as well, and your first best pick on the coming year now.
I would recommend to buy gold in the precious metal sector. But in base metals, I think aluminum and zinc are looking very good. I think they have bottomed out in the near term. And today news of China State Reserve Bureau, SRB, that they would buy 160,000 tons of aluminum and 150,000 tons of zinc from local smelters. This is very bullish for both of these metals, and I expect that these both metals would lead higher in coming days. So zinc and aluminum in base metals and gold in precious metals.
Ram, while you have given us a reason on what we should be buying because of Obama coming back, but what's your best pick? 10 seconds.
Definitely gold, but not at the current market price. If it comes down to on a correction around 30,000, I'll be a buyer for gold for next Diwali. The target will be around 34 to 35,000.
Vijay, final comment from you as well. Gold completely appears to be emerging as the top winner here. Would you go with that as well?
I would like to play contrarian and go in for silver because I expect silver to be a relative outperformer as compared to gold. My target for silver in appreciation terms is significantly higher from gold, and I would stick my neck out and say it's silver for me. And I'd take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy Diwali.